What's up, everyone? Welcome to Among the Fence. My name is Aaron. Today we're checking out the new album Descent by the band Orbit Culture. This Swedish death metal band basically became a household name for death metal fans everywhere when they released their 2020 album titled Nyja. It was melodic, it was heavy, it had catchy choruses that you could sing along with that would be stuck in your head for days. I personally discovered this band through a request on my channel. I didn't even know they existed despite them being around since 2013, and Nyja left me hungry for more. So I was excited when I heard that they were dropping some new music. So let's just jump into this thing. The album opens up with the song Descending. That literally feels like you're descending down into something. It has like a Lord of the Rings kind of feel to it with the drum work. I feel like it also sets the tone for this whole album, showing that the drums, at least to me, seem like they have the most standout moments throughout this entire thing. And then we have my favorite track on the album with Black Mountain. It has a stompy verse with triplets that just really give it a good groove. The vocals grow in intensity as the song progresses, and it's accented by clean vocals that kind of hang out in the background. The pre-chorus is absolutely amazing. I gotta admit though, I'm not really into the clean vocals in the choruses, specifically just in death metal in general, but the chorus does have a good contrast to it between the really heavy verses and the choruses. I don't know, it's just a good contrast. It does a good job of breaking it up. And the second pre-chorus that comes around has blast beats that just put a smile on my face. And honestly, I feel like the bridge is probably the best moment on this entire album. Sorrower is super groovy with the killer vocal cadence matching up with the rhythm. The chorus feels more like a speed bump than anything else before it absolutely takes off in verse 2 that has a great guitar melody hanging out in the background. I even really enjoyed the guitar solo in this song as it wasn't too flashy and it really fit the overall atmosphere of it. It feels like this song is constantly building though, which it is because the bridge is basically the peak before it drops off into the beautiful interlude that is kind of like the eye of the storm in this song. And then we have the song From the Inside, which feels very ominous. It has like a Lamb of God kind of feel to it in the verses and the pre-chorus, while the chorus is absolutely Metallica inspired, especially the second time it comes around. But it is filled with blast beats, so it made it a little bit more enjoyable for me, and it sounds great. The outro brings that drum section from the first song back, but this time it's got growled vocals and a guitar part to it. Vultures of North show the love that this band has for thrash metal. The vocals are very powerful in the verse, and they become even more so as it goes in the chorus. This song is definitely built for moshing. I love all the harmonies that are going on behind the music to give this song a lot more atmosphere and make it thicker, which is another good thing that this band does in terms of music. Sure, they're a little stompy, the riffs aren't too diverse, but the different melodies hanging out in the background do a lot for it. Then we have the song Alienated, which is one of the shorter, more straightforward kind of songs on this album. The first minute of this thing is pure gold, as it's just so heavy and it's so good. The pre-chorus is super catchy. I gotta admit though, I didn't really care for the chorus as much. This song to me, it was really hard to place, but it had more of a trivium kind of feel to it that I did enjoy a lot. And the drum work on this is probably the best out of any of the songs. The Isle of Fire kind of tricks you into thinking it's going to be a slow song, but then it explodes as it goes into the verse, which sounds fantastic. This one might be tied, or at least my second favorite song on the album. The second verse feels like you're literally walking through an Isle of Fire. My only issue with this is the chorus. I didn't really care for all that much, especially compared to the rest of the song. The verses, the bridge, the outro specifically, they're all just top tier stuff. And then we have probably my least favorite song on this album, which is Undercity. It feels like another Metallica inspired piece, particularly the riff and the vocals. And I like songs that have really strong influences and have nods to other bands. But this one, it just might be, it might just be too much for me. The bridge saves the song from me completely disliking it though. Even though the vocals are still very Metallica-esque throughout it, it's just still really good songwriting, and it just soars so high. And it hits really hard too. This song does a really good job, especially towards the back half of the album. It keeps the energy up, and it just feels inspiring at the same time. And honestly, I didn't really care that much for the title track song either. It does have a huge sound from the riff and the vocals, and it sounds good overall. It's just the yaz. There's a lot of yaz in this song, which come off a little cheesy. I did really enjoy the distorted vocals and how they just plowed through the chorus, and they just sound so gritty. And the whole time I was waiting for the clean vocals to come in, and they just weren't there. And I love that so much. And then we have the closing track, Through Time, which is finally the slow song of the album. It's got a gentle guitar and kind of weak, tired sounding vocals that eventually get their energy as we get to the chorus. The last like minute and a half of this song is absolutely brilliant, with really cool sounding guitar melodies that just play all the way through as the rest of the music is constantly changing and the vocals keep doing different stuff. And this is just really good songwriting. I was prepared to be kind of bored this closing track just because I knew it was going to be slower, but I absolutely was not. It was a great finisher. It keeps you going all the way through to the end, and I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed this album, but I don't think I liked it as much as their previous album, Nija. I love the energy that they bring, and I love the chemistry that this whole band has. I know that one of the musicians is like the main writer and the main producer of all this, which is absolutely amazing that he's just that talented. And the song structures are really simple. It's just a verse, chorus, bridge, and then final chorus. But they changed the music just enough to make it feel a little bit more complex and a little bit more creative. However, I did struggle with the cleans, especially the more Metallica kind of stuff. It was just a little bit too much for me at times, a little too Metallic-y, and it was hard for me to really look past that. And again, this is more of a personal preference just because I don't care for cleans that much in death metal anyways. And also the riffs, definitely, the riffs and the rhythms definitely feel kind of the same throughout all these songs. It makes it feel like it's just kind of the same thing that they're doing over and over and over and over and over again. There's not a whole lot of riff diversity. Everything is just a little bit too produced in that sense, I feel like, to really feel the variations of the riffs. It just sounds like this big wall of noise for every single riff, and it's super stompy every time, which it does sound good. It's really hard to tell which song you're on or how many songs you've gone through when they all kind of have the same sound to them. So yeah, because of that, I got to give Descent by Orbit Culture a 6.8 out of 10. But I want to know what you guys think. I know this is a highly anticipated album, and a lot of you might disagree with me, which is totally fine. So leave a comment below letting me know what you thought of Descent. Let me know what you'd rate it and what your favorite song is. And if you want to help support my channel and you want to continue seeing my videos, specifically in your recommended section on YouTube, don't forget to give this video a like. That helps out so much with YouTube's algorithm and keeping me in your guys' feed. Subscribing and ringing the bell icon does a little bit. Ringing the bell icon definitely will maybe send a notification to you every once in a while. But honestly, interacting with the video is the most you can do to make sure I continue to pop up on your guys' YouTube stuff. So that way you don't miss out on any of my future videos. And don't forget to leave a comment below letting me know what you want me to review next as well. And also an update on my 1,000 subscriber video where I'm going to go in depth on how I do my music reviews. I'm still working on that. I'm trying to make it to where it's not 30 minutes long because there's a lot of stuff to cover. And I want to make sure I cover everything without like having you guys sit here for an hour and listen to me talk. So I'm definitely working on that. So if you're interested in that, again, don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe and ring the bell icon. That way you don't miss out on it. And I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. I appreciate you so much for taking time just to sit here and listen to me talk about music. And I hope you have a good rest of your day or night whenever you happen to be watching this. And I'll talk to you guys next time.
I was trying to make it